Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Tio, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my Raiz portfolio. While it's good to see that it's done 28.1% return in the last year, what's more important is what is this portfolio aiming to do in the long term based off historical data.
Looking at the past 4-year return, which was 31.48%, and with the bulk of the return coming in the last 1 year, the average return is 7.87%. Now, what is actually in my portfolio?
You've got 17.5% in T-bills amortized over the fiscal year.
We have 40% in STW ASX 200 shares, we have 5% in IAA Asia, 5% IEU, 45% in IVV, and 5% Bitcoin. Now, why these percentages in this portfolio? 5% in Bitcoin because I want to have a portion of my portfolio into a high risk, high reward investment, and for me that is Bitcoin. You do not have to have this in your portfolio. You can put this 5% into other ETFs. 45% in IVV, which is a growth focused 9.9% per annum return on average over a 30-year period. These companies are very important, such as Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and other very large and well-known companies. But why 45%? That is because of the total stock market cap of $109 trillion. IVV S&P 500 makes up $42 trillion of it. So you do not want to underrepresent these companies, and I believe 40 to 45% in your portfolio is a good range. We have 40% in STW Australian shares, 8.09% return per annum over a 10-year period. These companies are BHP, Westpac, Woolworths, and other large companies that you would already know. The reason why we have 40% is because Australia can avoid certain recessions, such as the global financial crisis, and because we are living in Australia, it makes sense to have a large portion of our portfolio in Australian share. We have 5% in IEU, very large companies that you will all know like Shell and Nestle, other major car manufacturing companies, and so on. 7.87% return over a 10-year period. We want to have diversification and we want to invest in the big European companies. That's what we have this ETF. IAA 5% Asia. Asia is a growing market. This ETF offers us diversification, and I believe that there's going to be very large companies coming out of Asia. There already is, but the future I believe will be from Asia. One company that is very important is a Taiwan semiconductor manufacturing company, and if you haven't heard of this company, I suggest having a look into what they manufacture and you will realize how important this company is. It should do well unless China invades Taiwan. There will be a complete shock to the stock market. If past performance is any indication of future performance, using the Vanguard digital index chart, where we can hypothetically invest $10,000 into different asset classes over a very long period of time. On this page, you will see from 1970 to 2024, we will replicate this exact portfolio in the managed portfolios section. So as you can see, I've put $4,000 in Australian shares, $1,500 in international. I added Bitcoin here, and $4,500 in the US shares, totaling $10,000. And then we will see what this portfolio, based off past performance, aims to do. So as you can see on the bottom right, the Raiz portfolio, it will do an average of 11.2% return per annum over a very long period of time. In the short term, there'll be very big changes, but there'll be crashes along the way, but this portfolio does take these into account. Based off past performance, this portfolio on average should bring an 11.2% return per annum. It does take into account all the previous market crashes, so this is not a best case scenario portfolio. You can't know what the future holds, but it's based off data, historical data. And again, you can see my portfolio on the right and the different weightings. Always come up with your own strategy and do your own research. And I hope you have found this video helpful. Please don't forget to like, comment, and we will see you in our upcoming videos.